So what I'm doing is I'm also playing around with testing some different targeting stuff that I thought I'd share with you here. So doing a lot of different combos. Like I'm getting some interesting results early in some tests with a few of these. I've also been trying to find more audiences that are a little bit better matched for like the way that the creative's positioned. So like this particular creative is one that is using that case study video of Matt Pishock, the professionally done kind of testimonial basically. And so when I run it regular to a lot of other audiences, like this one's a lookalike audience that I layered, like I combined all of my lookalike audiences and layered it with entrepreneurship. So there's like a bunch of lookalike audiences all in one in this one. Let me show you this. I started at $100 a day. I just scaled it to $200 a day today because and this one I'm just using feeds, by the way. So this is just feeds. 1 day click, automatic. But what I did was I put all of my lookalikes, all my 1% lookalikes combined, and then excluded, all of this stuff. And then that's basically it with this one. I layered it with entrepreneurship. So it's where did that go? So and then it includes that people that match this. So that layered it down quite a bit. And it started off a little bit higher, but it just keeps trending down and down and down. So that one looks pretty good. Now I'm having a hard time tracking sales in my account too. It's not showing, anywhere close to all of my sales. So I anything that's within KPI for leads, as long as I'm seeing the sales come through in the bottom line, I am. So another, I went out to like self-employment, some of these other behavior things, but then I started playing around with even more combinations of, targeting. So I'm just trying to narrow things down a little bit more to get to the right kind of like mindset of the person that I'm trying to get to, and thinking about that in terms of like, the audience, like how do I match the copy and the audience together really well? So like with this one, what I did here is I added on these normal exclusions, but I also added on, like I created an audience that's engagement of people, with an ad, with a poster ad, and I'm excluding them too because I want to get to all new people. And then what I did with this one is I did homeowners, parents, married, and then all of these income levels, right? So I'm trying to get down to people who, fit the ideal customer avatar without using like a specific interest. And this gave me 19 million people. This one's working pretty well so far. $7.52 leads. So, we can get a little bit more creative. Like this one I did advertising and entrepreneurship, and that one seems to be working. I know you've done the sales. That one seems to be okay. I added in a couple other ones today that haven't gotten any spend yet, so I don't know how these are working. But like I did some of those combos, and then I layered it with other interests. So like this one I did with just online advertising. This one I did with marketing, and then I put this one I put several interests in, and I made it and one of those. So it was like all of these things and one of these matches. So let me show you that one for real quick. And so this gave me 4.2 million people. So I'm just trying to find other ways to combine this stuff up, and I'm trying to exclude people that have already seen my ad, right? So I put all these different marketing interests in here along with excluding all of this stuff. And then when I'm testing on this one is starting off with a higher budget or a higher bid. So I switched these ones to manual and set the budget at $100 a day. I wanted to see if I could get, some combination of a bunch of these things together. I'm trying to find new audiences, thinking through like the mindset that they're in, trying different combinations of things. And then let's see this. I've totally messed that one up. So I was supposed to make some change to that one and I didn't. So that's the exact same audience. I'm going to turn that one off. All right. So those are the things that I'm trying to do right now. And I think if we play around with some of these things, play around with placements, we can get to new audiences. We can, exclude people that have already been in the funnel, and we can start picking up the sales, getting the CPCs down. Because I think the problem is like, all of our audiences that we have been using are just starting to get tapped out. So we got to exclude people that have already engaged with our shit, for the cold traffic ads at least. And then we got to try, getting a little bit more creative with this stuff so we can get into more audiences that nobody else is targeting.